You're listening to It's Your Health Radio.
Hi, I'm Lisa Davis, and I'm so thrilled you're listening to It's Your Health, and I'm so happy to have Eliran Malki on the program. We're going to be talking about a fantastic mobile app for people with cancer. Hello, Eliran. Welcome to the show.
Hi. Thank you very much, Lisa.
And today we're going to be talking about something called Belong. It's a mobile app. Tell us about it.
Yeah, Belong is an app that is patient-centric, and it's supply the user, deliver the user with a structured and personalized way to manage their cancer. With a navigator tool, what we find out that is, and we all know cancer from our families, is that making the wrong turn, and every step of the way we have challenges. If to take chemo, we can avoid a biological drug and another. So actually making sure that we are on the right track and others. We build it with a treatment activity manager that gives the information for patients specific to their disease, with information about their providers and payers and others, so they will be sure that they are in the right track. Let's put ourselves in a moment, and the audience, of course, as a person that just understands that he has cancer. He is in shock.
Yes.
He doesn't know. He just remember from the meeting with oncology the word cancer. He got a few tasks to do. What is biopsy? What is PET scan? How I can be prepared for that? What is the wrong steps? When we lost our grandfather and my mother's sister, and my co-founder, CTO, lost his mother, when we sat and spoke about it, we find out that we can give a lot of tips and information to others that to do. So when a patient downloads Belong from the App Store and Google Play for Android, he can use it anonymously, and he enters to a world that he has a step-by-step guide. Let's say, what is biopsy? When I'm going to do a biopsy, what I need to ask my physician to. Usually take more blocks of information of biopsy, so I can use it maybe later for a genetic test. And tips and information about what to avoid. I'll give you a simple example that I think can be important.
Oh, great.
Vitamin C. Vitamin C. We all think it's great. We take vitamin C. We don't tell that to our physician. Usually most of the patient doesn't tell that they're taking vitamin C to their oncologist. But vitamin C, in some cases, can help the metastasis to grow faster.
Oh.
Yeah, and in some cases, it's contradict the chemo work, some type of chemo. So if you didn't tell that to your oncology, you actually put yourself in a risk. And that's simple. Everybody take vitamin C because they think, and drinking orange juice. But you need to know that you need to tell it to your physician. Another simple example, not all MRI are born equal. All the MRI will probably tell you that you have cancer if the size is, let's say, 10 millimeters or more. And in that fact, you usually will have a very tough treatment, a long one. But if you're going to a new one, an advanced one, you probably will understand that you have cancer from 2 or 3 millimeters, that you can continue to work and continue with your life. Very low risk. This is information that can help the patient actually do less mistakes. In some cases, if you take chemo and you can't do the drug, the biological drug, you are at more risk. The best example I'm using when meeting people is Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs, in his book, he writes that he needed what he called a quarterback to manage his treatment with cancer. And he didn't have any lack of wisdom, money, or friends. It's complicated. And not all the players have the same interest as the patient itself. And so that's what Belong do. It's give a user free information about the steps they're going to do, what they need to know. They can consult with the top leading physician of the field, let's say breast cancer, prostate cancer, ovarian and others, radiologic from Ohio, orthopedic oncology from Mount Sinai is another. And they ask questions and get educational and information answer for free, almost immediately. That causes them to be in less stress.
That's incredible. Now, there's so much information out there on the internet. How does Belong choose where the answers originate from?
We have the information comes from a few sources. Most of it comes from the leading physician that's giving services through our app. They are the best we could find that have the right spirit to help patients around the globe and have a lot of educational and information knowledge to share. And the others is coming from the crowd wisdom for the patients. We find that patients do some alternative medicine sometimes. When a patient understands they have cancer, and most of them change their sport, do maybe yoga, change the way they eat. And whatever they tell us, if we see that we have thousands of people that saying that eating X was fruitful, that's information that we are sharing with patients. We tell them, okay, 1,000 patients said if you ate X, they felt better. Just 300 told us that it doesn't. We are just reflecting the information we're getting, but in this case, patients are saving time and money on trying things that didn't help to other people, except to the one that sold this solution. I'm talking not about drugs. I'm talking about the other.
Well, that makes sense. Now, can people chat with the doctors through the app?
Yes, of course. This is a main feature that actually this is one of the stickiness part. They're not only chatting with the physician, they are actually making a dialogue. And the nice part in that is that when a patient chats with a physician, other patients can see that. So we always said that not all patients are proactive. The patient that are proactive, that will ask tough questions, will get an answer, but the ones that are a little bit more passive, they can read this question and understand for themselves what is the most important information for this step. And the interesting is that it's a dialogue, and in this dialogue, sometimes other patients contribute from their own experience, so we can know all sides of the information.
And is there a way for users to talk to each other? Like if you see something that something worked for, let's say, Bob, and you're thinking, I'd love to talk to Bob further. Can you send him some kind of message and saying, Bob, I'd love to talk to you about your treatment. I'll share my information, or how does that work?
Yes.
Oh.
If you push the picture of the patient and you ask for a private chat with him,
great.
They can continue to do that, and they can continue to do that anonymously if they like.
Oh, nice.
So they can be two patients that live 100 square feet from each other, or 300 square feet from each other, and they can discuss, and they would not know that they are neighbors. And of course, it can be the other side of US.
Wow, that's exciting.
We have thousands of private groups like that. We have even a private group like that grew to be more than 50 patients. In the same, it's a pancreatic cancer. They start to speaking each other, and they helping each other, dealing with the same drug in the same with the same side effects and other. It's amazing to see.
It sounds like it. Well, I'm looking at your website now, and it spells it out so clearly, which is nice. The different services. You have access to leading oncologists, radiologists, researchers, to nurses who answer your questions. You get assistant tips and support from a vast social network of others with cancer. This part we haven't talked about yet. You have the ability to organize and manage your medical records securely on your mobile device and share easily with family and medical professionals. So talk to us about that.
Yeah. We find out in our own cases, and now I could see that everywhere actually. The only one that actually have the all information is the patient. They're all going with a binder with the information from Hospital 1 and Hospital 2 and the clinic and second opinion and genetic test. As a patient, I'm the only one that have the all information. So, and I need to take this binder everywhere. If I'm using the app to or photo it or take a PDF into it, and I can share it with my family, of course, securely, and if my physician wants to get it digitally, I can, of course, share it with him. The way we treat the process is much better. And as I said in the first time, we believe that better process result in better outcome. Of course, quality of life and hopefully longer life. That's the reason we build Belong.
Yeah, I think it's such an incredible thing. What made you come up with this?
as I said, we set all of our friends, me and my CTO and my VP R&D, we all lost family member to patients. And in that week, my brother, we just diagnosed with cancer. And we discussed and we find out that all of us made mistakes, and we didn't. We were clueless. You know, if Steve Jobs needed help, and sometimes if you think a general, 5-star general of the United States Army, he can conquer a country, but if he needs to fight cancer, he doesn't know what to do next. Can I choose my physician? Who's the best physician? Who's the best provider? We always, when you think you have cancer, you start calling friends to see, and you most likely don't want everybody to know that you have cancer. And you start looking for how to do that. How I'm making sure I'm on the right track. And in life, in cancer, we don't have second chance. If we make the wrong turn, that's it. We use certainly it's like a GPS for cancer. We all using GPS or Google Maps almost every day to places we know. Thinking about places fighting a disease that we don't know. So that's how we started. And you know, the name Belong, it comes from the prognosis of cancer. The long tails are the ones that actually beat the statistics. The ones that living much more years than anybody else with the same disease. And what we want is to put the patients that using Belong in the long tail. And of course, Belong is coming together. We all belong to the same situation. We can, of course, hopefully win it.
Yeah, well, I think what you've done is incredible. Is there anything else you'd like to add today?
Yes, and I think from just seeing so many patients, cancer patients, before we started in Belong and after that, and the treatment and the challenges they had, and I saw a lot of cases that they can avoid mistakes. I encourage everybody to find a way to manage the battle, if it's with papers or if you download the Belong solution. But don't be passive. Be proactive. Make sure that you know what is the next steps. Make sure that if you are doing X, you are not losing Y, and if you are, what is Y? And I'm sure it will be much better results.
Well, I think you're fantastic. Give us the website.
Okay, it's www.Belong.life.
Fantastic. Well, keep up all the great work, and thank you so much for sharing what you've done here. It's going to help so many people. I really am so thrilled you came on the program.
Yeah, thank you very much, Lisa. It was a pleasure.
Thanks for listening. For more information, go to itsyourhealthnetwork.com.